Hi, I'm Old John Martin. This is Portabello Beach in Edinburgh. It's midway through the third week of Edinburgh International Festival, Edinburgh Fringe, and I'm up here performing. And this is world's biggest art festival, world's greatest art festival. And people from across the world, across Europe, have come here. I could quite happily go into acts from so many countries. And saw a really great Romanian comic the other day. And I'm staying in a campsite where it's held together by volunteers from across Europe. Had a karaoke last night. Volunteers, sort of early 20 from across Europe, letting off steam. I've never heard Hakuna Matata sung in Spanish before. Had some French, Italians. I was talking to a Czech girl who, after a stunning rendition of Tequila by the Jams, actually is a good karaoke song, talking to me about how she loves the UK, how she can't understand Brexit. She wants to be someone who studies here, studying a master's here, but she doesn't know what's going to happen. And all these people from around Europe, this whole festival is threatened by Boris and his hard-right government and their end freedom of movement, no deal Brexit, which was never on the cards. It certainly wasn't on the cards of what Boris was promising. And we got into this mess, obviously with some fantasy for how things are going to be, which could never have happened. And we're less than 100 days away from crashing out, embarrassingly, without a plan. The whole Boris making demands that he knows they cannot accept, and he knows the person who'll come off worse if these demands aren't met is the UK, is him, and he's going to blame somebody else. It's pathetic, but it's also pathetic that now Corbyn plays himself as an national unity leader, knowing full well such a divisive figure that Tory Remainers won't back him, Independents won't back him, and then gets his minions to blame the lib-dems. Just remember that when Article 50 came up for a vote in Parliament to trigger it, we knew there was no plan. There was not ever a plan. And Corbyn whipped his MPs to push for Article 50 being triggered. The whip, the Honourable Jeff Smith, MP, or one of the MP for Wivington. So Wivington Labour claim they're pro-Europe, despite the fact that they have stood with the rest of the council in denying a vote on Manchester City Council backing Europe. But Jeff Smith is a shepherd of this. Jeff Smith whipping Labour votes brought on this crisis. He's not fully to blame, but unlike some of his colleagues who have stood up, and especially in an area where he is representing both pro-Remain and a high population of Jewish citizens, not to stand up against Corbyn, either voting either for remaining in Europe, having a second vote, or for the rampant anti-Semitism that's developing under Corbyn. Pathetic. You've got to wonder, has he lost all sense? Has he lost all morals? But coming up here, seeing these people brought together, sharing stories, sharing different life stories from around Europe, helping greatest arts festival in the world, having fun together, singing together. How can we throw this away? Somebody juggling with a Labrador over there. Not juggling with a Labrador, she's juggling and has a Labrador. But how can we throw this away? So yeah, it's 3 weeks at the festival is exhausting, but coming back into Manchester in a week, this is what I'm fighting for. So this festival, these events, these type of places where as communities we can come together, not just a community of just Wivington, where we come together in a Friday night and chat and sing or whatever, a community of people around the world. We find out that all our differences are just the same, and we can't throw this away for some far right and far left xenophobic back to the 50s outguarded racism. I'm old John Martin, asking you to back Liberal Democrats, who only party in England with a consistent message on Brexit. We do not want it to happen. We will fight with every bone in our body to stop it, and the stupidity and embarrassment it is causing this country. Spread the word.